says 0.875 written as a fraction is, see it here. So I was saying the eighths, understanding the eighths right there. But you can work it out, but I'm thinking that you want to know these offhand so that you just say, oh, that is 7/8. Because what we want to do as well is we want to be able to use elimination as a technique where we know it's not a quarter because that is 0.25. You know it's not a half because that is 0.5. You know that it's not 0.75. And I'm saying, even if you don't know this, the fact that you can eliminate what is not it, then the last one is the answer. And they don't give two answers. So there is always a unique answer. So a lot of times there are two answers that are going to be way off, and then you may struggle with the last two. So you can minimize your search as you go, but definitely you can eliminate things very easily as you move through. Let's take a look at number 2. It says the number 3.14063 written correctly to 3 decimal places. So now we're doing decimal places, one in which you want to make sure that you remember the principle. You're going to identify the digit that is in that 3rd decimal spot, which is right here, that 0. And after you have identified that digit, then you want to understand that that digit can either go up by 1 or it can remain as is. But in order to decide, you're going to look next door. The digit next door, if it is a number that falls in the category of 0 to 4, the spot remains. But if it is a number that falls in 5 to 9, the spot goes up by 1. You could see that it falls in the 5 to 9 category. So this becomes 3.141, and we would have picked that for the answer. We're talking a CXC paper now, and this is what we're dealing with. It doesn't get harder than this. It's just that you have to take your time and you go through. Let's fight through it. Question 3 here says, I'm going to actually do some polling here where I'm going to ask you to respond to. So I just want to ask you to punch in your answers. So you're going to have an opportunity to punch in your answer on screen. I'm going to do something where things will come on your screen and you do it. All right. So it says, number 3, the exact value of, right, 2 divided by 0.01 square is what? So what you want to do quickly is to find out what that is. Like, what is this? So if I square 0.01, it means I'm going to multiply it by itself, right? True? Yeah. And when you multiply it by itself, you're going to get a 1. But definitely you're thinking how many digits will be behind the point. I'm just saying. You're going to have 4 digits behind the point. So you're going to have to make sure that you have 4 digits behind the point. So you're actually dividing by 0.0001. Because when this is squared, it becomes this. So think about this. If I have 2 and I'm dividing it by 0.0001, remember we always change our, the divisor, change it into a whole number. So you're going to move this decimal 1, 2, 3, 4 places to the right. So it becomes 1 at the bottom. And then while you're doing that, you would have to move the decimal point here 4 places to 1, 2, 3, 4. And every time you're moving it, you're moving your zeros. So you end up with 20,000 on top of the 1. So your answer is actually 20,000. And so it's not, doesn't matter what it looks like. You really don't need a calculator to work out your math. I'm going to try you with number 4. All right, to see what you're thinking. So everybody, I want you to take a look at number 4. Remember that you can't use any calculator to do this, so do not cheat on yourself, right? Take a look at number 4. You could write it down if you want quickly. And so the poll is going to come up. And when the poll comes up, you're not going to see the screen. And I want you to punch in what your answer to the question is. And then I'm going to tell you what I think it is. Let's go. So I'm going to poll it now. Everybody look at this. So you're looking at it, 0.386 times 0.06. And then you're going to punch in your answer, what you think. So watch this. When my polling come up, you won't be able to see the question because your screen will have something on it. Let's go. All right, so I'm gonna launch it now. So you're gonna submit what you think the answer is. Ready? Let's go. All right. Everybody punching what you think the answer is. Punching, everybody. Punching your answer, everybody. Let's go. Come on. Everybody answer already? Everybody, come on. Only 4 of you answered, you know, so come on. 5. I want everybody to participate. Just punch in your answer. Come on, let's go. 6 person answered. 7. 9 of us did. 9 more, come on. I'm taking a 90-second poll. I'm not going to do it every time, but every now and then I'm going to want to see what you have to say. 10 of you, 11. Still waiting on about 7 more persons. 8 seconds to go. All right, I'm going to end it. All right. All right, so, all right. So, all right, so I'm seeing where I have, all right, 42%. I think 42% of you got it right. So you would have seen your answer come up on the screen when I stop it. 42% of you got it right. And all right. Are you seeing my screen now?
Yes, sir.
I was seeing your screen for the whole entire time, so I didn't know what happened.
Okay, you're seeing, okay. But did you get a chance to poll though?
No, sir.
Yes, sir. But I was seeing the screen all along.
Oh, when I said the screen, you were, even when you were polling, you were looking at these right now? Or you were looking at the polling screen? That's what I'm asking.
I see the polling screen and I was seeing the regular screen.
All right, cool. All right, I just want to know because I'm not seeing, I don't know what you're seeing. As a matter of fact, probably I need to log in. All right, so basically, but I would have seen that most persons pick A. The answer is A. Now, why is the answer A? Quickly, we wanna, whenever you're doing this, they're not asking you to do multiplication. Even though it looks like they're asking you for that, they're not. Because when you look at this, all the answers kind of look the same, right? So there are more than one ways you can approach a question. But the bottom line for this question is that your answer must have 5 digits after the decimal point. Take a look. You see that? Because if the decimal number that was used, when you add up all the digits after the point, you got 5, your answer will come with 5 digits after the point. A is the answer right now because this only have 4, this only have 3, this only have 2, and the numbers really don't make sense when you look at it, when you think about it. But apart from thinking about the number, one has to look at how many digits was actually behind the point in the multiplication. Your answer should be the sum of the digits that are after the point. So easily it's 5. So you could see the answer is A. All right, let's take a look at number 5. It says if $350 is shared in the ratio in 2 parts, in 2 to 7, the smaller portion is what? Now we can quickly work this out. The smaller portion, so it's 7 parts. The smaller portion is 2 out of 7, not 2 out of 5. 2 out of 7, and you multiply this by your 350. You can work it out easily, right? 7 to itself 1, 7 to this 5, 0. You're looking for 100, and the answer is just there. Let me tell you what happened last year. Last year, a lot of people got tricked because when you go through a lot of multiple choice questions, you're going to realize that questions will be repeating. Now, sometimes when they repeat the question, they change up what they ask for. So if you are somebody who is just swatting the questions, you can make a mistake. Because they might change up what they ask for, and you might see something that you saw before, but they're not asking for that this time. So be careful, right? Let's take a look at number 6. Number 6 says if 60% of a number is 90, what is the number? So there are more than one ways you can do this. If 60% of a number is 90, 60%, you know, that means more than half of the number is 90. It can't be this, it can't be this. You understand? And 90 is a half of this, so it can't be this. So the answer is actually 150 without working. I'm just showing you how this question. This is so simple because you have to read, relax. 60% of a number is 90. What is the number? You can eliminate, man. It can't be this, it can't be this. This is 50%. So it must be that. All right, so I'm just saying that. So you can use the process of elimination. Just let me show you another way in which you can work out the original number if you're given the percentage or a fraction of it. Now, they gave you 60%, and you know that 60% means 60 over 100. So in order to find this original number, reciprocate this. Turn it upside down and multiply by 90, and it's going to tell you what the answer is. It works every time. All right. So let's go. 0 cancels 0. 6 into 3 into this 2. 3 into this goes 3. 2 into itself 1. 2 into this 50. So you could see 50 times 3, 150. I still get the 150 regular working.
That's boring. But
So, answer for number 5, sir.
I would have to look back at it. I don't remember the question. Number 5 was 100.
Okay, sir.
All right, so number 6 is 150. And we're looking at the fact that you could have used the process of elimination. Number 7, the highest common factor of 12, 15, and 60 is what? In other words, what's the biggest number here that could go into all of them? Obviously, this can't be it because this is bigger than. It can't be a factor if it is bigger than any of these. So 60 is out. Understand? 1 is out. You understand? 1 is a factor of everything. Understand? So you want to check. What's the biggest number there that could go into all of these numbers without a remainder?
3.
3. Easily. So you can just look and you put through. All right. So multiple tries, not a big deal. It says the value of the digit 2 right here. So if you should repeat the number in your brain, all right, you're going to say this is 2. What is this? This is 420 here. So when you reach the 2, you actually said 20, you know? Yeah, you actually said 25. You said 20 and 5 is different. 20 is for the 2. So that means it was actually 2 tens. Tens, not tenth. You see this? Be careful, right? Tens. Tenth is in the decimal. When you see the TH, it's in the decimal region. So tens, right? Whole number. Okay, that's why we said 20. It's 2 tens. All right, let's take a look at this. 90 times 101 is the same as what? So you want to look at this to say which one of these would have made sense. All right, is it 99 times? So this is 99 times 101. Is it 99 times 100 plus 1? Or is it 99 times 100 minus 99 times 1? Or is it 99 times 100 plus 99 times 1? So I'll take this because 99 times 101 is the same as having 99 100 times plus having 99 one more time. So it becomes 101 times. So you could see how easily this is. All right. So you want to think about it. So we are not suggesting that you're going to work out the value and then work out all of these values and compare. No. For our multiple choice, what we want to do is to apply simple reasoning and idea to get the answers without going through the long rigmarole process. Now, number 10, what is the least number of plums that can be shared equally among 6, 9, and 12? Whenever they use the least, they are gearing at LCM. So that's what you want to think of. When they use the largest, they're doing highest common factor. When they use least, they're dealing with lowest common multiple. So all you want to do is to find the lowest common multiple for this.
36.
36. All right. So all of them can go into 36 without a remainder, and that's the lowest one. So that's what you look for. All right. So those, I'm just giving clues, ways in which you could handle that. All right, let's take a look at number 11. So for this now, I need to talk to us about this, right? So this is sets. You might have been doing sets probably from primary school, whenever. So let's take a look at what they want here. It says if P is equal to 2, 3, 5, 7, right? And in set Q, you're dealing with 2, 3, 6. And S, you're dealing with 2, 4, 5. Whenever you see this symbol, it means that things that are sharing, intersecting, overlapping, right? So what is overlapping between? So this is red, P intersect, Q intersect, S. Is there anything that you can see in all three? That's what you're looking for. So if you look carefully, you'll see this, you'll see this. You'll see number 2 being that thing that is overlapping for all. Number 3 isn't, because there was no number 3 here. But we're seeing number 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. And they were asking about all 3.
What?
Right?
What? I don't call you especially. Me don't have to be telling you that. Me don't have to be telling you that.
All right. Number 12. Let's go. So for number 12, it says U integers. So U stands for universal set, like the universe, and everything else is in it. So they're giving where they're picking everything from. This means that they're picking everything from this. What are integers? Negative, positive whole numbers, and 0, right? So you could see positive integers, this is a positive whole number. Negative integers, this is the negative of the whole numbers, right? Now, the question says, which of the following diagram, blue, illustrate the statement? So you want to read and you're going to pick up. So let us see. No positive integer are negative. So this is the statement. No positive integers are negative, right? So they're asking which one of these that they're showing would have demonstrated that these two things, they don't mingle. Whenever you're doing set, if set is overlapping, they're mingling. If one set is inside another set, they are mingling. That means they're sharing something in common. So if you have an idea where you're not sharing anything in common, you're going to have to put them apart. That means they're not overlapping. So you're looking for this type that is not overlapping, because the statement was no positive integer are negative integers. That means negative and positive integers, they are not friends. So you could look at A, overlapping going on, overlapping going on, overlapping going on. D is showing that P and N, they are so far apart. So that would have been the idea for the statement. So they're not sharing anything. The moment two sets are sharing, they have to overlap. All right. I want you to write down this that I'm going to give to you. This question come every year. Like these questions right here come every year. Right at the same spot. From 11 to about 13, 14. So this question, write it down. So I'm going to give you a quick formula. So write it down. Let me give you, write this down for me. So it is said that if you have the number of, watch this now, A, U stands for union. U here is a set for union. So that means if you combine the number in A and the number in B, it is equal to this. I'm giving you a general formula that they use a lot in the multiple choice. It is equal to the number in set A plus the number in set B minus the number in the region that they share. Look, I want you to look at this, share. It's opposite to this. One is turning down, one is turning up. This stands for union, where they're adding up, and this stands for intersection, all right, where things overlap. So we could say we're overlap. When we say overlap, we're talking about you're in this set, you're in the other set. So this is a formula that you can use to solve any problem where they're speaking to this. Now, also, you can interchange these. I could have written it like this. I could have said the number of elements in A intersect. That means intersect right here. That means the number of elements in the region where they overlap is equal to the number in A, same thing, plus the number in B. Let me fix this. The number in A plus the number in B minus the number in A union B. So you could see at this time, if I put this one out here, I subtract that one. And if I put this one there, I subtract the other. So they love to give this. So I want you to write it down because you will get a question with this. Let's answer this question. So answering the question that was here. So I'm going to write it back now. So they're dealing with P and Q. They're asking for this. So I'm saying the number of elements in P intersect Q is equal to the number in P plus the number in Q minus the number in P union Q. Because when they ask for one, you'll get the other. So they asked for this, but they gave us this. So watch this. The answer is 5 plus 9 minus 10. 14 minus 10, 4. So I just took you through all of that so that you could see I answered it. So the moment they give any question like this, please set up your formula. Look at what you get.
Can you go back to the formula, please?
Oh, but I wrote the formula here. The Tavern is the same formula this.
Okay.
And the thing is, you can write it. Look, it's maths you're doing. If this one come on the other side, it becomes positive, and this one move, it becomes negative over here. So you can interchange them. It's the one formula. I just wrote it 2 times, but truth to be told, it's the one formula. So if I'm finding this one with the union, I have to, with the intersection, I have to subtract that one. If I'm finding this one, I have to subtract the other one. Just think about it like that. So the numbers are always going to be there. 5, 9, look. Set P, set Q, subtract the other thing. You're always going to get it. All right, so that's the formula for that. Let's keep rolling. This one now, it says 2 sets, 2 circles above represent set P and Q. If P factors of 6, Q factors of 4, then, so let me push this up. Then the shaded region is what? So what I normally do is, you can list what they give. Factors of 6 would be 1, 2, 3, 6. So these are the numbers that can go into 6. Factors of 4 are 1, 2, and 4. So they're saying which one of these numbers are overlapping, and that's why they're here. So they're asking you what numbers could go there. It would have been the numbers that are overlapping. It's 1 and 2. 1 and 2, they're in both. So the answer is B. So the exam, not too bad. So imagine if you were in this exam, question 14, you should have gone 14 out of 14 already. Nothing is there to stop you. All right? So let's take a look at number 15. 15 says the simple interest. So you see, simple interest on 405% value is 2 years, right? So it's given by what? What they want to know here is, are you able to write the formula? Simple interest is equal to P times R times T over 100. So you could look, matter of fact, all of this is the answer, because you see, the moment I look at my formula, this is not over 100, this is not over 100, this is not over 100. And because I know the simple integers formula, even without setting it up, I had to pick that and I'm gone. So this is how the exam is. It is set up on whether or not you know your stuff. If you know your stuff, you'll see your answer and you could be gone in a minute. Because if I remember that the formula has divided by 100, I'm not seeing that here, I'm not seeing that here, and I'm not seeing that here. Obviously, I'm going to have to pick this one. I would only have to think about it if I would see two of them with 100 at the bottom, then I'll set it up. But because I didn't see it, then I just move on because it has to be this. Everybody go to that?
Yes, sir. Question.
Go ahead.
They don't give a formula sheet for multiple choice, sir.
Yes, yes, sir. You do get it. The same formula sheet is the same formula sheet for multiple choice. Take a look. Everything remains the same. You get the exact thing for multiple choice, okay? So for multiple choice and paper 2, you do get it. Not a big deal. They give it to you. All right, but not everything is on the formula sheet, so you're supposed to see what is on it by now. Number 16 says, a man bought a calf for $200 and sold it for $250. What was his gain as a percentage of the cost? Gain. So they're asking about the increase as a percentage. So you need to find the increase. Find the increase. So it is going to be 250 minus 200. So there is an increase of 50. You're going to represent this as a percentage of the cost. It cost him 200. So it's going to be 50, which is the increase over 200. Then you multiply this by 100. All right. So you just cancel. 2 zeros cancel there. 2 into the 1. And you could see that your answer is 25%. All right. So very simple, but you have to know your principles. Let's go to number 17. I'm going to poll you for number 17 now. Take a look at number 17. Not a big deal. Number 17, the sum of a half plus a third. Half plus a third. I'm going to punch in.
Sir, can you go back to the next
right there.
Okay.
Open that right.
Okay.
Open that right.
Okay. No, I just wanted to see.
Okay. And for the next class, I'm going to send you something to print, so you can print it tomorrow. All right. All right. Let us. All right. Let's go. Number 17.
Sir, I'm not seeing the poll, so I'm just going to type in the chat.
Why are you not seeing the poll, Tavran?
I don't know why, sir.
Because we're not good at the chat. Tavran, no, I don't understand that. The poll come up on your screen automatically. You know?
Sir, I'm just seeing you, sir, and the question, sir.
Something wrong with me just don't understand that.
Sir, me to resend it, but you can't resend back. You see it come up and then it come off.
Oh, no, me can't resend it. It's out there already.
So my answer is C.
Okay. And people are responding, so I don't understand why I go out phone or something. It's because what I mean, the poll take over your screen is supposed to come up on your screen automatically. But anyways, all right, 11% respond. I'm gonna take it. All right, so I'm seeing the majority of the class pick C right now. So I'm gonna end the poll. All right, so
Same, sir.
all right, majority of the class pick C. All right, so yeah. So we have, yeah, C is correct. You're adding, and you could just do your regular, whichever way you want to do it. 2 into the 6 3 times, 3 once 3. 3 into the 6 2 times, 2 once 2. You add them, you get 5 6, and you're gone. So it's not a big deal. All right. All right, let's take a look at this one. It says a salesman is paid 5%. See the percentage now. You see the percentage that they're coming with, nice percent. So a salesman is paid 5% of his sales as commission. his sales for the last month was for 2020. What is his commission? So what I'll do here, I'll take this, right? And I'll say, what is 10%? 10%. 10% is 202. 5% is half of that. So I just pick it and gone. Because remember, yeah, because you're not even showing working. So that is why I'm giving you the ideas. It's not like you need to show anybody anything. So I'm teaching you, I'll be writing a lot, but in the exam, trust me, some things, you'll just cross it off right here. You see that is 10%, you divide it by 2, you get 5%, and you gone. And that's what we're talking right there. You got it. If you want to do the long thing, well, it's up to you. If you want to do this, you say 5 over 100 times this. You can do that if you want, but I know that everybody knows this already, so I'm giving you tools, all right? So if you want to do that and work it out to get this, fine. But definitely, they're going to give you some nice numbers to work with, and that is why I was giving you the heads up. But over time, you get better as you go. All right, let's look at number 19. How much does a customer pay for an article marked $50 if a sales tax of 6% is charged? Now, you might see this. So whatever you want to do this, a lot of people might try to find 6% of this. And after that, they're going to add it to it. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to say if 6% will be added, then the figure must be more than $50. So this is off and that is off. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you can narrow your search so quickly by getting rid of what cannot be based on context here. So 6% will be added. So what I'm looking for is bigger than 50. So it's either A or B. Now, if you take a look at this, 6%, okay? Now, I'm going to take 10%. 10% would mean that I'm adding $5. 10% will be 5. 10% will be about 55. You hear what I just said? 10% would take it to $55. If I'm dealing with 6%, my answer can't go over 55. So without working, my answer is B, because it cannot be more than 10%, because 10% is $5, and $5 on the 50, I would have paid 55. That's 10%. But what they asked about is less than 10%. That means my answer must be less than 55. So boom. I'm just saying, I use 10% so often. I use it to gauge my thinking, as well as I use it to get specific answers just like that without delay. All right. So you could do your thing. If not, you're gonna do the regular way, of which I'm not really doing it that way right now. You can say 6 over 100 times 50. Find out what that number is. So let me do it. You could break this down, right? This is 0.6 up here, see? And then I'm getting, this time this give me 3. 6530, and you put a point here, so it becomes 3. So 3 on 50 give me 53. See, you still get it. But you can get the answer though without even working out, because you can eliminate and then zoom in on your response and use your knowledge to pick it. Now, the exchange rate for $1 United States dollar is $2.70 in Eastern Caribbean. Oh, they love use this thing. Your question the other day was similar to that. What is the value of $4.50 Eastern? All right. So so you have $4.50 US to Eastern. Remember, US you have it. 1 US give that amount at Eastern. So that means you're gonna multiply. You need to multiply this. But you're not really gonna multiply it, because you could see that it can't be this, it can't be this, it can't be this. So it must be this. I'm just saying, like, process of elimination is very crucial, because if I'm going to multiply 4 point something times 2 point something, you can see that your answer is way over 8, because 4 2s is 8, and this is bigger than 4, bigger than 2. So your answer is bigger than 8. And notice they gave 4 things that are smaller than 8. They gave 3 that are smaller than 8 because they know that they're setting it up to see if you're thinking to say, oh, all of these cannot be the answer, and you don't need to prove the other one. It has to be the other. So please don't waste time to prove in a multiple choice. The moment you eliminate 3, the third one, the last one is the answer because you would have eliminated what cannot be. All right, so you use up the skill as best as you can. If the simple interest on 800 for 3 years is 50, what is the rate? So remember, rate is equal to 100 times interest over P times T. So you can put it in 100, all right, times 54 over 800 times 3. So as you could see, some things you work out because based on what they give, you take your time and you work it out. All right. So you could see this though. Take a look. You're seeing where this cancel that. So you have 8 down there. All right. And you could break down 3. 3 goes into 50, 54. If you divide that by 3, it's about 18. So take a look. 3 into itself, 1, 3 into this is 18. So look what you have. You have 18 over 8. Divide this by what? By 2, you get 9 over 4, right? And 9 over 4 is actually what? 2 times and remainder 1 over 4 as a percentage. See 9 over 4, see it right here in this, guys. And look what they did. They put 4 over 9 here. So if you're not looking good, you grab 4 over 9, but no, you actually got 9 over 4. You have to be careful. You have to be careful. You have to look. So basically, set up, so the simple and compound interest always come. So you need to know the formula for simple interest. You want to write it down somewhere, memorize it. You're not going to get it from them. They don't give you this. So the formula says the interest is P times R times T over 100. And if you want to find any other one, you could transpose. That's why you learn how to do that. If you don't want to transpose, you're going to have to memorize it. 100I over RT. Take a look. All of them are unique in a way. 100I over PT. You understand? If I want to find T, it's 100I over whatever is missing. PR. Like you could see, the same letters rotating. The unique one is this. 100 is at the bottom for this one. But for the other ones, interest and 100 at the top and the other 2 at the bottom. Let's take a look. If I want T, PR at the bottom. Interest is always at the top. Interest and 100 at the top. Interest and 100 at the top. So you could figure out how to navigate and how to move as you go. All right. All right. 1 second, guys. 1 second. All right. Wait a second, I'm looking at something. All right. All right, where are we? All right, so we're at here. So it says, Mary invested $200 for 3 years at 5% per annum. John invested 3 for the same rate. All right, for the same rate. Okay. If they both receive the same amount of money in interest, for how long did John do his for? All right. You can figure out what we want to do is to set up a quick idea, man. And just go through with it. Try to learn this. All right. So look, Mary, so both of them interest is actually the same. So the interest is not it. So you want to set up how you work out your interest. Your interest is, so Mary invested 200 times the rate, which is that, times the time, right? This is going to equal to the other person's 300 here. Same rate, right? Look, the same rate. What was the rate? 5. So this is the same. What is missing is the time, because both of them interest will work out to be the same. So what you can do, you can ignore the 100, you know, and figure out this. Look, 200 times 5 times 3 is the same thing as 300 times 5 times t, and you're trying to find t. That's it. You're setting up the same idea 2 times to find t. So you're using your logics here. So if you work out this now, so this is about what, 3,000? 200 times 5, that's 1,000. So this is 3,000 here. And then this is what? 1,500 t. See? So t is 2. So it's like, what could t be such that it multiply by 1,5 to give 3? It is 2. So in other words, then, it's the same simple interest formula you're setting up 2 different times. Because they told you that the interest is the same, you're saying that you want to equate the 2 ideas, understanding what you have to do, and you figure it out like that. It's not a big deal, but you have to have something to skill up your sleeve.
Sir,
Go ahead.
when you do the 200 times the 5
Mm.
and you get the 3,000, what you do with the 3?
No, man. Remember I said 2,000 times 5 is 1,000 times 3, 3,000.
Oh, yeah.
Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. All right, all right. All right, let's jump on number 23 now. So now algebra come in. What I'm trying to show you is, as the questions progress, you're seeing where they're switching the topics, but when they go on the topic, they stay on it a little. So take note. When they go on it, they stay on it a little. That's what it is. We stay on the topic a little bit. All right. Okay. So we're on algebra now. Anybody want to tell me what that is?
64a
It can be 64a.
squared.
Yes, sir. Everything is squared. Everything. You understand? So you get 64a to the second. So you're getting this. All right. This one now. -8 times -3, everybody knows that's +24. So this wrong. So it's E. So already the answer is this. You see that? Because I know my answer must be positive. So these 2 negatives cannot be. And then it has to be 24 that this can't be. So I don't know if you're seeing the point I'm making. It is getting more clearer as you go through. All right. All right. Now, work out that one for me. Work out that one. Just work it out quickly. Do your quick distribution and see what you get.
So 28 subtract 11.
All right, 28 subtract 11. All right, so I'm gonna quickly work it out. So I'm gonna distribute, so 5 times, that is gonna give me 10x. 5 times this is gonna give me -5y. -2 times that is -6y. -2 times this is +10x. So you could see I'm getting +10, -11y. So yeah. So you just take your time and you work out your algebra. So your
Sir.
regular algebra skills. Yes, I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Tell me how you get 5y.
5y, 5 times -y right here. See that?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. All right. And where we are. 1 second again. Take a look at the next question. Next question. Take a look at it. You're multiplying these. So when you multiply regular numbers, you get 6. But when you multiply letters, right? So the same letter, you add their powers. So this is 2 plus 3. So you could see 6x raised to the 5th right here. Now, if m asterisk m is this, then 5 asterisk. So we did these, right? So all you have to do is put it in. You're going to multiply the two numbers because mn, so that becomes 5 times 3. And you're going to minus the one at the back square, 3 square. 25 minus 9, 16. Am I right? Hold on. Oh, 15. I said 25. Hold on. 15. So this is square root of 6. Okay. Are we good?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. If 50 minus 3x is equal to this, then what is x? You want to work this out. So you're doing regular work. So you have to solve your algebra this regular way, where you want to collect the like terms on one side and collect the constant to the other side. So let us say I'm migrating all my x's to the left. I'm subtracting x from both sides there. Rewrite what you have. So you have 5, then this becomes minus 4x equal to negative 26. You want to get the constant, which is just the numbers on the other side. So you subtract 50 from both sides. So you have negative 4x equal to negative 76. Then you divide both sides by negative 4. And I think x is about 19 and it's positive. Ready again? Let me plug in my laptop. 1 second. How many people? All right, let's go. 29. So 29 says here, if P is equal to this, you're substituting. So first m squared, so it's going to be negative 3 at the top square over 2 minus m. And this is minus m. Be careful. Be careful, please. Right? So we end up with 9 over 5, which is this. Have to look and be careful. Are we good? Let's take a look at number 30. All right, I'll just save X each month, but in June, she saved 4 for more than twice her regular. Okay, pay attention to details. All right, in June, she saved what? So watch this. She saved this each month. But in June, she saved 4 more than twice. 4 more. So you want to represent twice and then add 4 to it. So you could see D stood out as you go. All right, number 31. Algebra again. Distribute. This time this, this time this, this time this, this time this. And you can see as you go that, okay. So 3a times a will give you 3a squared. 3a times 2b will give you positive 6a with a b. Then negative b times a will give you negative 2ab. And negative b times negative 3 will give you a negative 3b to the second. So you're looking at 3a squared plus 4ab minus 3b squared. You're looking for that. It looks like C. So the answers are actually there. You take your time and you work it down. Remember though, the more mistake you make, you're going to be in problem because they're going to have an answer there for that exact mistake. Right? So you have to try and make sure that you don't make those errors as you go. All right. Now, which of the following represents the equation of a straight line? Equation of a straight line. Take a look. Straight line, you must know that the variable must be raised to the first power if you're dealing with a straight line. The variable must be raised just to the power of 1. All right? And give me a minute, guys. One minute, sending a message. All right. So now, in so doing, now this is not the first power. This is -1. That's why it's under the bottom. That's off. This is quadratic. You can see that's off. This is the answer because this is quadratic again. So you could just look at the variable. A straight line, the x must be raised to 1 power. It can't be on the denominator either. All right. So you have to look out for certain things. All right, so if f of x is equal to x squared minus x minus 1, find f of -1. So all we're going to do is to substitute f of -5. You're substituting -5. So this is -5 raised to the second minus -5 minus 1. So when you square -5, you get 25. Then this becomes +5 minus 1. So this is 30 minus 1, 29, and you find your answer here. So that's 33. 34. So 34 is a function question. So it says that the arrow diagram above shows a function. Which of the following best describes the function? So when you look at where the arrow is coming from, it's coming from here to over here. Which one of these, because over here is x and these are y, you could see. So think about this pattern. Is it x plus 3 that take you there? Is it y minus 3? Is it y plus 3? Is it y equal x? I'm seeing x plus 3. 2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 3, 11. And so on. So that means f of x is equal to x plus 3. All right. So you see, we in now. So it says using the graph right above, the value of x when y equal -1 is 1. So they want to know the values of x when y equal -1. Let me blow this up for us. So when y equal -1, it means that you need to go where the y-axis is. This is when y is equal to -1 right here, right here, right here. This is where it touches the curve. Then you're going to try to interpret the answer up top. So see the answers. So we are right here, and right here. So I'm going to go up, which is right here, and right here. So this looks like 2.2, and this is -1.8 because it's right before. Oh, it's at -2.2. It's right here, right here. So that's a -2.2. So we have +2.2 and -2.2. So you want to look if you have those. See, it's right here. So you just have to look. It's regular, nothing unique. So regular way in which we read off our graph. Now, what is the gradient of the line this? In order to get the gradient, y must be by itself. So you have to represent it in this form, slope-intercept, where y is equal to mx plus c form, which means y must be isolated. So it's going to be your responsibility to divide throughout by 2. So you could see now where y is equal to -3/2x minus 4. You're focusing on the question, what is the gradient? The gradient is the coefficient of the x. It is the number that comes in front of that, so it's -3/2. As you can see, it's not bad. Which of the following does not represent the graph of a function? If you're going to do the graph of a function must pass the vertical line test. So they like to give this question. So when a graph is a function, if I use a vertical line and it touches the graph 2 times, if that happens, then it is not a function. So the question is, which of the following is not a function? So it means then that one of these, when I do it, it's going to touch it 2 times. Look, it only touch it 1 time there, so that is a function. It only touch it 1 time here, that's a function. This is not, because it touched it 2 times. So whenever you have one x value that goes towards 2 different y values, not a function. Because if you look, I'll get a y up here and I'll get another y down here. That's the problem. You cannot have one x going to 2 different y. All right, so it's not a function at C. All right, let's see question. All right. Now for this, it says that the diagram, the diagram above shows PQ, the gradient of the line. PQ is given by what? So what I want to do is to still set up the regular idea, you know it. You can say x1, y1, call this x2, y2. You want to set up that and see if that's what they have, right? So you're talking about y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So let us see if they have this y2, d minus b over c minus a. I'm going to look for this. If not, I could switch my y's and my thing. So I'm looking for that first. If it is not there, then this is what happened. If you don't see that, it means that they have y2, they're switching the y2s and the y1. So that means I could switch these and say b minus d over a minus the c. So it could be either this or this, depending on where you put the label. So if I don't see one, so b minus d over a minus c I'm looking for. This one, see? Because it's all about where you put your x1, y1. right? So basically it's the same formula you're setting up, but what if you didn't have it the way in which they put their labels? You have to switch it around and then go again. So in the second instance, what I was saying was, I have x1, y1, x2, y2. So this is b minus d over a minus c. That's what we're saying. So you look, you will see it, don't guess it, relax. Your answer is always there. Number 39, the volume of a cube. Remember, a cube is like this, right? Where all the sides are actually same length. So this is a 10 by 10 by 10, and then you multiply, right? You're multiplying. So this is 1,000. So you're looking for 1,000 cm cube. Very easy. How many kilometers will a car travel in T hours at a rate of V km per hour? Think about it. How many kilometers will a car travel in T hours at a rate of, so you're saying how far? Distance is equal to speed times time. Your distance is your speed times your time. So speed, time. So my distance, this is kilometer, distance. So it's going to be VT or TV, because that is how you find distance, because it's speed times time. Think about it. Your speed, if you want to look at it, your speed is the distance over the time you travel. That is why you said I'm moving at a pace of 100 kilometers per hour. That is distance with time. That is speed. So if you want to find distance, you multiply speed times time. See there? You get distance. So that's it. All right, let's take a look at this. It says here, the figure above, not drawn to scale, shows a sector of a circle with center O. The length of the minor arc is 8. So I'm going to put this on. The arc is right here. That distance from here to here, they're telling you it's 8. That's what they're telling you. So the question says, what is the length of the circumference? In other words, then, how many times will I get this to go around and to come back right here to be a circle? So you can think about it in many ways. You can ask yourself, how many times can 60 go into 360? So if you take 60 degrees and it goes into 366 times, it means then you're going to have this 6 times as you go around it. It's going to occur 6 times. So you'll have 8 again, 8 again, 8 again, 8 again, 8. So 6, 8 gives 48. So, I mean, there are various approaches to questions like this. You think, you relax, you don't have to overdo it because it's a multiple choice. So as I said to you, I sought to find how many times can this sector angle go into the entire circle. It occurs 6 times. Every time it occurs, there is an 8 centimeter arc being produced. So it's going to occur 6 different times. Circle finish. We're done. All right. The distance around the edge of a circular pond is 188. Is 88. The radius in meters is what? Remember, distance around a pond is circumference. So they're saying to you that your circumference is 2 pi r. That's the formula. It's up there too. Circumference was given as 88. 88 is equal to 2 pi r. 2 pi r. As you can see, pi is in your answer. So don't try to switch out pi to numbers because your answer has in pi. So if I'm supposed to find r, which is radius, I'm going to divide by 2 pi now. So 2 pi cancel. So I divide 88 by 2 pi, and that is how r is alone. So 88 over 2 pi will give you the r. So I'm looking for that, and it's at the bottom. So it's all about applying your regular knowledge. You're not doing anything extravagant. You're just cruising. All right. On leaving Trinidad, right? So on leaving Trinidad, the time on a pilot's watch is 23 hours. That's like 11 o'clock in the night. When he arrived at his destination, right? When he arrived at his destination in the same time zone, the next day his watch is 300, which means this is 3 a.m. So you're talking about 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. in the morning. How many hours did he fly? You can check it. From 11 to 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 hours. This is just regular math. You don't have to do any big thing. I don't want you to overshoot or overthink. I want to understand that in terms of time, if it is 23 hours, it is in the PM, and these are AM. So PM is like going up to 12 midnight, and then the AM starts same time. So you don't want to overthink it. It's right there. Because I notice they put 16, because some people will take 16. 16 is going to be 3 p.m. in the same day. So you have to look out at your eyes. All right. An aircraft leave at 16. So this now, this 16, this is 4 p.m. Huh? And arrive at a destination here 19. So 16. So you can check. This is like 7. All right. So this is 7:30 p.m. Traveling at an average speed of 550 kilometers for every hour. A and B are in the same time zone, the distance from A to B. All right. So he's traveling of this amount every hour. So all you need to do is to find out how many hours was he traveling. So you travel from 4 to 7. That's 3.5. He was traveling 3.5 hours. For every hour he's traveling this. So that means you need to multiply this by 3.5. So if you well, it depends on how you want to do it. It's up to you. You can multiply by 3, then half it and add it up. It's up to you. 3 times this. Work it out. 3 times 0, 0, 3, 5, 15, 3, 5, 15, and 1, 16. Half of this is going to be about 275. So you find half of 550, about 275. So you add it to it. And whatever you get is going to be the answer. See? 5 is at the end, and
You could have cancelled out A and B from the first part.
huh?
I said you can cancel out A and B from the first part.
Okay, what do you mean by cancel out A and B? Tell me what you mean.
Because it's lesser than the 101.
Oh, you mean A and B response. Okay, I got what you said. Yeah, I not realize. You mean you could have eliminate these. Yeah, man, you can eliminate them. But the moment you look at it, you realize that those are out. And all of the questions are like that if you check it. There are 2 answers that are way off, and you just, zoom in. But basically, though, it's regular knowledge and you put it together. Whichever way you want to work it out, do it your best way and you're good, right? And this is a full exam. There's nothing yet that is challenging. Let's keep going. It says a cylindrical bar of soap, all right, 5 cm thick, has a volume of 200, right? The uniform slice, a uniform slice 3 cm thick is taken away. All right, what volume of soap remains? All right, so you want to pay attention to details. Read it again. It says you have a cylindrical bar of soap, 5 centimeters thick, right, as a volume of this. So the volume of it is 200. All right. All right, and then now it says a uniform slice of 3 centimeters thick. Okay, when it's a uniform and it's gonna go straight throughout, it's taking away. what is the volume of the soap remain? So in other words then, think about this. You have a cylindrical soap, right? So we have a cylindrical soap or whatever we have like that. We have the volume of this already. And then now we're told that a bar of soap is 5 centimeters thick, right? All right, good. And then you're taking 3 out of it, leaving what? 2, right? So it's 5 centimeters thick, and it has a volume of this. And then you're taking 3 out of it. There are many ways you can work it out. All right, you could split up. All right, basically, you could divide up this into 5. How much you'll get? About 40 a piece. Think about it. You know, I'm just saying, you know. So it's like you have dividing up this into 5. You're gonna get 40 a piece, and you're taking out 3 because it's 5 centimeters, you know. So we're dividing up a little. So right now this is 120. That is 3 times this, gives us 120. So 120 come out, leave 80, because so this is left. So basically it's uniform, and 5. So if you divide up this into 5, you're gonna get 40 a piece. And then now they just said that you take out 3 centimeters thick. 5 centimeters, they're taking out 3 out of it uniform. That means it balanced. So you're left with 80, because it's like 1 centimeter is gonna be 40, 2 centimeter is gonna be 80, 3 is 120, and then it goes on to 160, then 200 for 5. So it's like you take out this out of it. So this is 120, leaving 80. So it's 40 a piece, and you pick that and you're gone. So they could have asked you what was taken out or what remained, but what remained would have been that. So you just reason out your problems. Not a big deal. All right, let's take a look at 46. All right, so 46, hold on guys, let me put it. All right, so 46 says here where the bar chart shows the children who took part in a survey, how many children took part? How many children took part? So you want to look. This is the age, and this is the number of children here. So in other words, 3 children were age 4, but only 3 were age 4. So this is 3, 4 children were age 5. So you need to add up these. So you're adding up 3 plus 4 plus 2 more plus 5 more plus 1. You're adding up them. So this is 7, 9, 14, 15 students overall, children, it's 15. So only 15 of them, you look for 15 and you're gone. So you want to interpret the idea in the right way. Please have to interpret the idea the right way. And you want to look on the axis to see which one represents what. So the height of the bar represents how many, and this is just telling what age they were. All right. All right, each of the letters in the word chance is written. Okay, all right, good. So what is the probability of drawing a seed? How many seeds we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many letters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 2 out of 6, which is 1 out of 3 for your answer right there. If you get a question, because I see a question, I realize a couple of you make a mistake with the final answer. You'll get marks to get the things that you picked up. But when you use or, you add. So if you do it, let me show you what I mean. If a question says that, all right, let me use the same word, chance. There are 7 letters, 1, 2, 3, 4, there are 6 letters, right? Now, what is the probability that I take up a 3, a C, then or and after that? Same thing. I'm going to take up a A. Right? What's the chance? So you look for the probability for the both of them. This is 1 out of 6. No, this is 2 out of 6. And the A is 1 out of 6. and, right? And is hard to get. You have to multiply. And. So it's hard to say, I'm going to take up a C and then I take up, because you're not looking, like you close your eyes. So the probability becomes harder. So this is 2 out of 36, which is 1 out of 18. 1 out of every 18 chance, you're going to get the combination, this, then this. But if they use or, like what is the probability to get a C? Or you get this, or is to add. So this is when you would have added. Or, so this is 3 out of 6, which is a half. So you could see it's easier when it's or because you have options. In other words, you say, if I push my hand in the bag, what is the chance of taking up a number, the letter C or the letter A? So if A come up, you're good. If C come up, you're good. This one is different. This one is saying I need to take up a C first, and then I'm going to take up an A after R. So this is harder, and that is why you see it's harder. 1 out of 18, this is 1 out of every 2 times you try again. I just saw the probability go. All right, but this is a very straightforward one. They're not asking you any double thing. This is just 1/3. 48. The highest weekly wages of a group of employees. This, if the range of the range move from is this. Okay. Okay, what is the lowest? Remember, range is highest. Remember this. Subtract lowest. That's your range. So you could sort it out. They said if the highest is this, highest was this, and the range, they're asking what is the lowest. The lowest is to take the range from the highest. So the lowest, you should just say, oh, the range, I'm going to subtract it from. This is going to give me the lowest. Because if I have the highest and I know the range, I subtract it and I get it. So 105.4, you subtracted about 2750. It's about, so you're going to get 7790. Next question. It says the length of 15 leaves were measured to the nearest end, and the information group as shown. All right. It says the beginning and end of a class. All right, we see that. What's the question? The beginning and end points of the class interval 1 on O. Okay. All right. What will be that and what will be that? So you take 0.5 from it. So this is 9.5 and this one is 14.5. You see that? So these are the little stuff that they're asking. Remember it. Trying to get up something here. All right, a boy threw a die twice. What is the probability that he will get a 3 followed by an even number? This is one again. So he's gonna get a 3 first, and then he's gonna get an even number after. So there are 6 sides to the dice. To get a 3, this is gonna give 1 out of 6. To get an even number, it's going to be 3 out of 6. Remember now, followed by, so it's like you're saying, get this and get that. And means to multiply. And so this is 3 out of 36, which is about 1 out of 12. When you break this down, it's 1 over 12. 3 into itself, 1. 3 into 36, 12. Here's your answer. All right, so number 51 is a pie chart. And the pie chart says as follows. The pie chart shows the preference in drinks of a group of students. If 12 students prefer chocolate, then the total number of students in the group is what? 12 prefer chocolate here, so they're telling you it's 12. We don't know this, but what we do know is that this angle is 60, because it has to be a straight line there. You see that. So if 60 goes with 12, that means 24 goes with 120, because that means you have to double it. It's in proportion, which means that all of this over this side altogether is 36. That means there's 36 here as well. So overall, everything is 72. There are many ways to do it. I'm just doing it that way. If you notice how I'm doing these, I'm just using little knowledge of what they give right there. No big working. Because if I see 120 here, I know that this is 60. And if you give me that 60 is linking with 12, that means 24 is going to link with 120. That means half of the circle is 36. The other half has to be 36. They ask for the total 72. So that is how you kind of put together these. We're going to do some more still. All right, we'll do more as we go. All right. Let's take a look at this Odo question here. All right, it says AC and DE are straight lines intersecting at B. Angle DD is 58. So we have that. So the question is the measure of angle ADE. Mark the angle ABE right here. Same principle, straight line. This is a straight line here. So if this is a straight line here, and I have 58, then I need to say 180. All right. Take out the 58 out of that. Hold on. This is kind of. So that means 180, subtract the 58, and it's going to take it to the answer. That's 122 when you subtract it. So this is 122. Which of the following angles are equal? So you got to look and compare. All right. So if you want to know the ones that are equal, you have to look and you compare what they're saying. Remember that when two lines are crossed, vertical angles are equal. So if this is X, this is X. If this is Y, this is Y. All right. When they are crossed. So you're looking for that idea. So you're going to check to see what they're saying. So first here we have DBC, which is this, and then CBE is this. Those are not equal, so that's off, right? Go again, CBE and ABE, these are not equal. You go again. So this is how you do it, you're eliminating. ABD, which is the 58, and CBD, these not equal. So that means I'm going to pick this and move on. I'm not even going to read it for you, because if I already eliminate the first three and it's not there, I tell you the other one is the answer. We're moving on. That is how you approach multiple choice. All right. Use the diagram below to answer 54. So what is 54 asking? Oh, adjusted 54. So see, they're doing transformation now. You can see it. The translation, which is which AB is mapped onto, the translation by which AB is mapped onto A prime, B prime is what? So you take a look. AB, change to this. They're asking you, which transformation? Is it a reflection, a rotation, an enlargement, or a translation? This look like a translation to me. So you could see that this point move to the right and move up. This one move to the right and move up, just the same. So you can simply figure out what's going on here. The X value is a 2, 7 looks. If I pick on this 7 minus the 5, that's 2. So that's 2 at the top. And then 8 minus the 7, that's 1. So it was affected by 2, 1. See it here? Because the moment you look at it, you're gonna look, you'll see that this is a translation. Okay, you could see the line, the shift up. We know rotation and reflection, what it does. So this is neither. This is translation. So I could pick on the 2 X values. If I subtract them, I'll get what happened between them. Pick on the 2 Y value, I subtract it, I got what happened between it. And remember that a translation give the X one at the top and the Y one at the bottom. And you get it. The same ideas from the class. Just putting them into, into this now. All right, number 5. Triangle LMN was rotated 90 degrees clockwise. All right, so we did these very recently. Rotation clockwise. All right. The center is L. So they said the center is going to be right here. So that means I'm looking for it to come this way. And L is supposed to be right here. So 90 degrees would have meant that this line will becomes vertical. So all I'm looking for a vertical diagram that looks like this, where N is going to be here, L is going to be here, and the other part would be somewhere out here like this. But L has to be here and N has to be here, and it has to set like this. All right, so I have to look out for that. So I'm looking out for that. I'm seeing this, I like that already. And this is wrong. That's wrong. So you're thinking about it. Imagine that you hold here and you're going to rotate it, come this way. It's going to shape like this right here. So you're looking for that. Have to be looking. All right, remember rotation, clockwise, counterclockwise, stuff like that. So they're touching transformation still. It says the point A is shown on the diagram. What are the coordinates of the reflection of A in the y-axis? So if you reflect A in the y-axis, you know this is going to go, see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to land right here. So this is going to become -4 with 3. But remember though, it was actually 4, 3. Look, when you reflect in the y-axis, right? When you reflect in the y-axis, the y remain and the x has to change. So you could look at the coordinate for A, which is 4, 3, and know that it will become -4, 3 after it reflects in the y-axis. All right? So you can look on those and you can know. So -4, 3 is A. For this, so CD, so it says in the figure above, the line CD is the image of AB. So, all right, after what? So this is object, image. And you could look, you'll see that it's a reflection too. Now you're seeing that this reflect over here, and this is the center. So this is y-axis too. So it is a reflection in the y-axis. See it here? So when you look at it, you should be able to properly pick your thing. Reflection in y-axis. Let's finish it off, guys. Don't leave. Let's finish it. 58. The right angle triangle above. Right? What is the tangent of theta? Remember, so it's ka, tower. Tangent. Tangent is adjacent, is opposite over adjacent. Opposite. So it's 5 over the 12 you're looking for. 5 over 12, B.
So it's only three trigonometric questions, sir.
It's not a lot of any. It's a little, you know, to say I have 3 or so of everybody. I don't know. I don't know how many coming, but it's not a lot. You get me? Because remember, they give little. You can look for yourself when they get a paper. It's a little of everything.
All right, sir.
The diagram above not drawn to scale shows, the diagram above not drawn to scale shows that the angle of depression of the point X and Z is 30. So we see that. We see the 10 meter and everything. Question, the height, they want this. Remember that this angle is this. So 30 is down here as well. Z angles, let you put it down there. So you can use tangent and use tangent of 30. Look, tangent of 30 is going to equal to YZ over 10. So YZ is actually 10 tan 30. So if you multiply both sides by 10 to get rid of this, 10 will come here. So 10 times tan of 30 will give that side that they ask you for. The answer is B. Last one. Normally you sketch this. This was what catch the people them the other day. They sent a question like this and didn't ask it, and everybody picked the wrong answer. So you have to look out of your eyes. It says in a triangle ABC. All right, so you can draw the triangle ABC. A is X. Angle B is 2X. What is the size of C? We all know that for this, you're gonna add up these and take it from 180, since the third angle will add to give 180. So you can add this and this, which is gonna be the 3X. So this is 180 minus 3X.